Alright, we're going to learn some Photoshop today. This is going to be how to make your images warmer and colder in Photoshop. I'm using a raw image, so it will first open in a Camera Raw loader. This will show me all the information about my shot. I'm going to skip past that part because some of you might be using a digital camera that doesn't shoot in the RAW format, so you won't be able to be using this. If you do have a camera that shoots in the RAW format, you're going to need to download a plugin. I'll link to that, and you can download it from there. So we're going to wait for our image to open. We chose this image right here. Just drag and drop on the Photoshop icon. Wait for it to open. So now that it's open, it shows us the image. It's an image of my sister with the clouds in the background in a window. Simple. So we'll open the image. Wait for it to load in the editor. And once it loads, so it's reading the format. Because this is a RAW format, it has to convert it into something that Photoshop can read. It has to tell Photoshop how to read it. Okay, so we're going to fit this in the window. So, view, throw on screen. There you go. Alright, so now we're going to go, this is Photoshop extended, but you can do this in all of them. Go to brightness and contrast. I'll bring the brightness down, up a little bit. Just bring it up a tiny bit. If it was really underexposed, bring it up obviously more. And then we're going to change the hue and saturations. So go down to saturation, and we're going to increase the saturation, especially on the reds. The eye has a natural appeal towards red colors, so if you want to bring out, say, this blue here, you're probably going to want to go colder. And this, by the way, will actually change the color of the entire image. So you can mess with it a tiny bit, but not too much. Leave it there. If you want to color lightness, so you can bring it up. Basically puts a filter on it that's like a translucent sheet. You bring it down, puts a different type of filter on it. Let's just leave it at this. So you can see it's a lot warmer. These browns and reds, they're brought out, you can tell. But let's say we want to make it colder. Well, then we're going to desaturate. That means we're going to take out all the colors except for the ones that are very vibrant. Bring up the lightness a little bit. Actually, we'll bring it down. When you want a cold image, you often want to bring it down. And if you want to change the hue, and here you can see we've added a nice cold effect to the image. Now let's say that you want to do a just a simple vignette to add focus to the person in the middle and kind of distract from, these not so pretty parts here. That's pretty complicated at first, but it can be done. We're going to click down here on this little half button. It creates masks and a whole bunch of other stuff. We're going to go up to gradient, click on it, gradient fill. We want radial, we want to reverse it, we want it to be at 100%, 50%, which is the highest we can make at the moment. Click OK, and then we're going to click on the gradient fill, delete layer mask, the white part, and we're going to rasterize it. This is going to let it so that we can free transform it. And then we're going to do Control T. And this is going to let you free transform it. We'll drag it out, and then we'll move it around for where we want the spotlight to be. And as you can see, it adds a spotlight effect to the image. and it's just, you can make it as subtle as you want. You can be just the edges. You can make it extremely noticeable, but it does add a nice kind of effect, a focus. Now your eyes are drawn to this area. So that's how you add a vignette. That's how you make cold and warm colors, and that's how you do a basic edit in Photoshop. Now, I will do more tutorials later on. If you need to contact me, there's a link in the About button. Check it out. Email me. Awesome.